Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rizal's West Clubhouse here in Santa Monica as we're beginning the continuation of your Milcu Sports Gospels Basketball 2026 School-Based Division. This is our third game of today's quadruple header, featuring the 15-under of the University of Perpetual Health System Malta versus the Rizal University. We are live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel of your Milcu Sports Gospels Basketball at my live streaming by a Filipinos Live app. Now let us meet the starters from your University of Perpetual Health System Malta. At guard number 8, Tyler Pascual. Under guard number 25, Joaquino Santos. At forward number 44, Josh Saga. At the forward number 74, Lyndon Hulip. Playing center number 22, Mateo Marquez. Now let us meet the starters from Rizal University. At guard number 2, Amiel Conde. At guard number 14, Rizal Pundulani. At forward number 18, Bryce Mamini. At forward number 52, Aldrin Sortogo. Playing center number 11, Chris Sanguevara. Our game's officials for this body will Salman Manapsal, Alvin Albino, and Bobby Mendoza. This game is under the supervision of our technical head commissioner, Mr. Saldi Shagu.
Battle of two NCAA squads dito sa Milcu Sports God Skills. Our starting five, it's Mabini, Epondulan, Conde, Guevara, and Aldrich Tortogo. For JRU, for Perpetual Help, it's Hulip, Os Santos, Marquez, Josh Saga, and Zylord Pascual. Rounding up the five for these two teams. Again, a battle of NCAA squads dito sa Milcu Sports God Skills Under 15 School-Based Division. Possession will go to Perpetual Help as they look to secure that first win. Meanwhile, for JRU, they look to capitalize on that impressive victory against LSM. Baron Mercado covering the action dito sa loob ng Green Hills West Clubhouse in San Juan City. Josh Saga, one of the best players for the squad, gets that steal and the first 2 points. Para dito sa JRU, they lost, I should say for Perpetual Help, they lost against San Beda Alabang in a classic 2 weeks ago, I believe, nangyari yon. That was a big game for this Perpetual Help squad. They were down big on that fourth quarter, pero itong si Zylord Pascual, as he gets that rebound, provided the energy for his squad. Josh Saga, Lyndon Hulip has made those big moves, big shots. Yun nga lang, na dali sila nung 3-pointer ni James Enriquez. Speaking of the two guards, Hulip and Saga scores their first 2 points. Meanwhile, for JRU, they escaped that game against Lourdes School of Mandaluyong in a steal, a game winner by Aldrich Tortogo. Naging maganda rin ang laro ni Bryce Mabini. Lesane Lim Joko also played well on that game. Kokoy Tan also had his way in that game. Tignan natin if that will continue as we bring you our third game of 4 for today. Epondolan also has hit some big shots for that game. Score was 95-93. It was fast-paced. It was just a beautiful basketball to watch if you love offense. Nakaabot tayo, 95 points. The most. As these two teams looking to increase their Final Four hopes alive, getting or looking for impressive wins, ay itong magkaparehong teams na ito. But this Perpetual squad, System Delta, up by 4.0 to 4. Saga and Hulip has been able to score the last 2 points. Coach Clifford Topacio and Coach JD Valena will go head-to-head sa ating coaches battle as Bryce Mabini scores his first 2 points of the game. Sabi ni Coach Clifford sa akin kanina habang kinakausap ko siya bago tayo magsimula ng laro, he loved his team's performance. And speaking of which, Josh Saga scores the first 3-point bomb of the game. He loved the body language of his team. Bago nga daw or after nga daw ng game nila against San Beda Alabang, ang dami nang nag-message dito kay Coach Clifford para mag-sorry dun sa kanilang pagkatalo. Pero pinanood daw muna ni Coach Clifford yung laban. Tsaka siya nag-reply and he says okay lang yung kanilang performance doon. Na kailangan lang nila makabawi dito sa kanilang squad. And one thing that really stuck sa aking interview with Coach as Hulip scores another one. This dynamic duo for Perpetual Health is starting to do some damage. Nabanggit sa akin ni Coach Clifford na ayaw nilang magpatalo sa kapwa nila NCAA team. Let's see if that message is sent across sa kanilang team. Marquez, the big man, scores that rebound. Saga has 5 points, goes for that drive, passes it to Lyndon Hulip. Couldn't get that attempt to go. Marquez, second serving, won't fall. So 2 players ang naka-score for Perpetual Help. It is Saga, it is Hulip. 5K Saga, 4K Hulip. On the other side, it's Bryce Mabini for JRU Bomba. Sabi naman ni Coach JD sa akin, after that win, they celebrated that victory. And one thing na nagustuhan niya sa performance ng kanyang team was hindi sila bumitaw nung laban na yun because he felt against LSM it was a better matchup. It was a close matchup, I should say. No, sabi niya close daw yung talent between LSM and JRU, but sabi niya it's all the effort of the boys. Talagang sila ang nagpapanalo nung laro na yon, and you gotta give credit for that. Wonderful showing. Bryce Mabini, Aldrich Tortogo, I should say, giving that game winner. Pascual, who made that energy run to start that fourth quarter, will give it to Saga for 3. That's his second one. That is 8 points already for Josh Saga. He has been amazing. And now Lyndon Hulip. Parang nagkakaroon ng kompetensya dito. Hulip scores. Saga scores as well. 2 men scoring the lights out as Guevara misfires on that one. Offensive rebound. Here's Aldrich Tortogo. Scoring his first 2 points is Aldrich. 14-6. 8 points para kay Saga. 6 points naman para dito kay Hulip. As Hulip and Saga will have a breather. Tignan natin sino ang pagkukuhaan nila dito ng opensa. Talking about this Perpetual Help squad. For JRU, they need to have at least, they need to take advantage of this position as they field in Lesane Lim Joko. Again, that's Cerberus attack. Or those 3 bombers for JRU. Mabini, Tortogo, and Lim Joko is now here on the court together, giving them those 3 options. Speaking of Lesane, couldn't get that handle to go. Christian Sala and Potpot Bailon has entered the game, as well as Jacob Ladroma. Speaking of Jacob, he scores the first points off the bench para dito sa Perpetual Help. 16-6 ang ating score dito. Lesane Lim Joko using his speed. Good block on the other side. Panganiban making that spot. Here is Potpot Bailon. Naghahanap tayo ng iba pang pupuntos para dito sa Perpetual Help. 2 players agad ang rumisponde off the bench. That was Potpot Bailon and Ladroma as they get that steal. And now on the running start, here's Potpot on the middle, overcooking that floater. Lesane Lim Joko will give it to Udrich Tortogo for the finish. That's 4 points for Dritch Tortogo. Also 4 points para dito kay Bryce Mabini. Nice steal on the other side. Bobomba ang JRU for this drive and sa finish. 6 points for Bryce Mabini. Ito ang kailangan daw gawin ng JRU dito as they get another steal. That layup will fall. So we are treated here with a 2v2 action. Mabini and Tortogo for JRU. Down here by 6 because of the beautiful performance of Saga, and Hulip will be right back. All 12 points for JRU, pinaghatian ni Bryce Mabini and Dritch Tortogo. Meanwhile, this 18 points, 14 dyan. Galing kay Hulip and kay Saga. Quijano couldn't complete that putback but will shoot his free throws. So, tig 6 points itong si Mabini and Tortogo. 8 points for Saga to lead all scorers. Naka-score din. Itong si Hulip has 6 points. Quijano becomes the 5th player to enter the scoring column. Naka 2 points sila Droma. Naka 2 points si Bailon. Quijano also joining in for 2 points. 20-12 is the score. 2 minutes 45 remaining dito sa ating opening quarter. Showing their defensive prowess itong Perpetual Help. Bryce Mabini inside. Couldn't get that easy basket as Saga will use his speed. Here's Josh. Has 2 3-pointers. Will give it to Bailon. Pot using the glass. Won't fall. Another opportunity para kay Panganiban. Couldn't get that putback to go. Again, 2 NCAA squads facing off each other, looking to sneak their way in sa ating Final Four. One of the favorites, of course, De La Salle Zobel, UST Tiger Cubs, the 2 San Beda squads, Alabang and Rizal. And these 2 teams looking to get their way in, but they need to win a big game against each other. Nice pass by Saga to Quijano. Going for a quick play. Di papasok or di magkakaroon ng opportunity si Juaneza to have that moment. Here's Saga. 8 points for this amazing player for Perpetual Help. Panganiban, bigay kay Quijano. Has 4 points in this contest. Bailon will be fouled by Aldrich, I should say. Juaneza will be called for that foul. Tortogo was our best player of the game last victory for JRU. Again, winning off that steal. Itong si Aldrich Tortogo. Let's see if Lesane Lim Joko can score here with a minute 40 to go, but they need to play defense first as Saga has the ball. Steps through for that 3. Couldn't make it. 3 3-pointers on his name. Gets his own steal here. Saga on that drive invites contact, and that will be foul on Mabini. Ooh, that's third foul already para dito kay Bryce. Coach JD might need to sit him out here only in the first quarter as Josh Saga will be at the line. 9 points para dito kay Josh in the opening quarter. Looking to be a man on the mission. Knocks down his second free throw. That puts him at 10 points. At ayun na nga, upo muna itong si Bryce Mabini, I believe, and now will have a chance to get their grooves in. Kian Antonio has entered this game. Kokoy Tan passes it to no one. One player, I should say two players for JRU that can heat up in an instant. Itong si Kian Antonio and itong si Kokoy Tan. Potpot Bailon has been trapped. Balik ang bola dito sa Perpetual Help. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Kailangan nila magmadali dito for that 8-second call. Do they know? Tan with a pickup. Kokoy in and out on that layup. Dodging a bullet on that last one. A steal on the other side. Here's Tortogo. Lesane. Pass was too far. Kian Antonio. Juaneza will be fouled. And that's just back-to-back good defense on the side of JRU but couldn't convert on those previous opportunities. Paghihirapan daw ni Gab Juaneza yung kanilang puntos dito. Final 53.5 as Gab Juaneza will be at the line. It graces the right side of the rim. Again, itong 12 points ng JRU coming from two players only. It was Tortogo and it is Bryce Mabini. Sabi ni Zeus Darbin, good luck daw kay Kian Antonio. Let's see if he will have a good game off the bench. Talking about Kian. Dalawa sila ni Tan ang magiging focal point of the offense off the bench. As Juaneza will have a reset that time, uses glass for that single free throw, cuts the lead to 11. 10 points para kay Saga in this opening quarter. Bailon has 2 points. Looking to make their attack. Sends it on the corner, hits the side of the backboard. Saito. Too deep. Traveling ang tatawag doon ng ating referees. Final 33 remaining. Trich Tortogo in the middle. Sends it out kay Kian Antonio. Looking for his first 2 points. Kian bumps. Shoots. Will be fouled. As Antonio will look to score at the free throw area. Drawing that foul on Kiano.
Number 3, Marcus Ihano, his second personal foul. 13 now for University of Perpetual. He shots for Kian Antonio.
That can be that spark off the bench. Makes his first free throw. Talking about Kian Antonio. Looking to make it only a 3-possession ball game. Knocks down the second as you see Coach JD and crew looking on to a 9-point deficit. 23.7 and they are now applying that full court pressure. Almost a steal on their hands. Merong foul na itatawag kay Juaneza. They are in the penalty. So Potpot Bailon looking to score his 3rd and 4th point in this game. One of 2 players who scored off the bench. One of 3 I should say who scored off the bench. It was Bailon, it was Ladroma and Quijano. Let's see if he can add more points in his name. Masyadong malakas yung kanyang unang free throw. Sinks the second. 3 points para dito kay Potpot Bailon. 15 seconds to work with here. Looking for that drive. Emil Conde. They will send it out to Aldrich. Antonio drives, fakes, and scores on that layup. What a fake pass para dito kay Kian Antonio. As we will end our first quarter with that Kian Antonio basket. Has scored at least 3 points off the bench. Itong si Kian Antonio, but Perpetual Help enjoying this 8-point lead, 25-17. We'll be right back. Mateo Marquez and the Perpetual Help Altas have a 8-point lead here, 25-17 sa Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division. Baron Mercado covering the action, and it was a solid start by Saga, who has 10 points in that opening quarter. Meron ding 6 points itong si Lyndon Hulip. 4 points naman para kay Quijano and Potpot Bailon. Finishing with 3 points Ladroma with 2 as Kian Antonio knocks down his first 3-pointer. Has at least 6 points in this game, getting it done off the bench. Simula na tayo ng ating second quarter. Nice read on that defense. Lim Joko, packet pass, saktong-sakto. Kian Antonio has 8 points. Again, off the bench for JRU. Saga has 10 points. Let's see if he can add more points on the board. Has missed 1 shot on the first quarter. Pulls up for 3. That is off the mark. Mateo Marquez with a putback. (27-22). A quick run para dito kay Kian Antonio as that attempt drops para dito kay Juaneza. Ito, if tama ang bilang ko, that's 4 points para kay Juaneza. Breaking free for that score is Erickson Lizan, has joined the scoring column. Lesemlin Joko, wala pa siyang puntos dito. Floater is in. Sabi ni Lesain, anong wala pang puntos? Ito, sir, this is for you, scoring your first point here. Itong si Lesain, and they force a turnover on the other side. 29-26 ang ating score dito. Sala has entered this game. JRU having a solid start. A 9-4 quarter for them so far. Quick trigger. That is off the mark. Looking to make their play here as Marquez will turn the ball over. Good defense by Dylan Garcia, who just entered this game. Antonio has 8 points. Gives it to Valdez, who knocks down the jumper. AJ has scored his first 2 points of the game. Nice pass by Kian Antonio, but he will be called for that foul. Already scoring 11 points with 7:25 remaining itong JRU. Meanwhile, for Perpetual, only scoring 4 points so far. Will be a tough task for Valdez to contain itong si Saga. Has 10 points. Will give it to Zylord. Masyadong malayo yung pasa na yon. Zylord Pascual and Josh Saga has played in one of the leagues that I have covered. Doon sa liga na yon, magkalaban sila, and now playing at the same school. Ta-time out muna ang JRU dito. Only down by 1, 29-28. We'll be right back. (29-28), a 1-point lead na lang para dito sa Perpetual Help. A run here by JRU currently. Almost a steal there by Lyndon Hulip. 11-4 ang ating score here sa ating second quarter, with JRU having a big advantage. 8 of that 11 galing dito kay, or I should say 5 out of 11 galing dito kay Antonio. Let's see how will Zylord Pascual and company make an answer. His Panganiban thought about that shot. Hulip, first attempt from deep. That is off the mark. Now rebound secured here by Dritch Tortogo. Made that game-winning steal and the basket. Ask for the ball. Tortogo has at least 6. Almost a turnover. Valdez, they swing it. Dylan Garcia hits that three. JRU now has the lead here for the first time today. Looking to steal it from behind. Pascual sees an opening. Extra pass to Hulip. Won't work. Isa pa para kay Panganiban for that easy 2. With 6 minutes 4 to go. Tabla tayo at 31. A better quarter for JRU. Another opportunity for Garcia. Back-to-back makes. Now he has come off the bench. Pareha sila ni Antonio. Has 14 points. 8 points for Hulip. So 14 points combined for Antonio and Garcia, who has 2 3-pointers so far. Valdez looking to give it to Garcia. Natapik yung pasa. Will attack inside. Juaneza with a bump. Masyado malakas ang kanyang tira, and now on the run. Potpot Bailon looking to score. Broke some ankles on his way. Getting that clear driving lane itong si Potpot Bailon. Dritch Tortogo will draw the foul there on Panganiban. That was a solid drive, a solid start. Joaquin Os Santos has re-entered this game. Was part of the starting 5. Tortogo will be looking to score his 7th and 8th point. Hindi nga lang papasok yung kanyang unang attempt. Can go for the tie here with 5:10 remaining in the second quarter. Can sink the free throw. Lamang pa rin ang perpetual help system Altas. Again, both teams from the NCAA. Sabi sa akin ni Coach Clifford, ayaw nilang matalo. Ayaw nilang magpatalo sa isang NCAA team. As Tortogo fakes, shoots, won't fall. Rebound secured here by Panganiban. Let's see if they can increase this lead more. As we are at least in the final 4 minutes 40 to go. Balik ang bola dito sa JRU. So nag-cool off na itong Perpetual Alta squad nung simula nila in the opening quarter. That was a quick 14 points for Hulip, and dito kay Saga as Os Santos couldn't score on that 3. Quijano had 4 points in the opening quarter. University of Perpetual Help System Dalta will call for time. 35-34. Only 1 point separates these two teams. (35-34) ang ating score. Guys in white, Perpetual Help will have possession with 4 minutes 21 remaining dito sa ating second quarter. It has been a good quarter para dito sa JRU. They scored 17 points so far, only 10 points para sa Perpetual Help. Misfires on that 3. Quijano was the one who tapped it last. Kaya balik dito sa JRU ang bola, can have a opportunity to regain the lead. Extra pass, Tortogo with a finish. Has at least 10 points itong si Aldrich Tortogo, almost getting that steal. Here is Hulip for that drive. Off the mark, better defense. Now on the run, Valdez gives it to Tortogo. Sends it out, Garcia, or I should say Antonio for 3. That is off the mark. Couldn't secure his second 3-point bomb itong si Kian Antonio. Hulip bump, sends it in the corner. Here's spot by Lon, spin cycle. Just couldn't hit that attempt. JRU looking to build their biggest lead of the game at least 3 points. Drich for that floater. Getting that floater to go is Aldrich Tortogo. Has at least 14 points on my count. Quijano breaks that score once again, and he will get that steal because of that tap by Josh Saga. Hindi pa nakakapuntos dito sa ating second quarter si Saga. Let's see if that will change in a matter of moments. Nice fake Hulip with the finish. Nice find by Saga. 10 points na para kay Lyndon Hulip. Antonio balik sa loob. That is off the mark. Para kay Bryce Mabini, another chance to run. Hulip skies high. Better defense by Aldrich Tortogo. Bryce Mabini challenges Quijano, goes on the left and just rolls that ball in. 40-39 and a steal by Mabini. Bryce back-to-back makes. What a quarter for JRU. They have been forcing turnovers. Left and right, front and center. 5-second call ang itatawag doon kay Josh Saga. 2 minutes 20 remaining dito sa ating opening half of basketball. Third game of 4 as JRU looking to add more points. Again, this is the largest lead of the game para dito sa JRU Bomba. 42-39. Looking to build around their win as Cortez has checked in for the first time. Loves to shoot this jumper. Kakapasok lang. Finally getting his touch here si Cortez. Has scored back-to-back games. Cylord Pascual completes that end one. He is the heart and soul of this Perpetual squad. The energy provider, the leader. Cylord Pascual, who played for Las Piñas dun sa isa sa mga league na kino-cover ko, will now be at the line, scoring his first 2 points. Free throw is in for Cylord. Had a 5-point lead itong JRU. Drich Tortogo, balik kay Cortez, back-to-back makes. Had some glued looks. Coach JD looking for a shock trooper. Kaya pinasok niya itong si Cortez. Only down by 2. Tignan natin ang kanilang next moves. Saga swings it on the right. Sala to Cylord Pascual. Masyadong malakas. Quijano with a putback. A tough front court. Quijano and Cylord Pascual both working hard. Both really giving up a lot of energy for this squad. Tabla tayo at 44. Cortez wasn't able to handle that one. Region Ipondolan has been checked in. So yung 5-point lead ng JRU bigla-biglang naibura. Let's see if Saga and company can make something as a 3-ball is hoist. Rebounded by Pascual. Cylord to Sala. 10 seconds to work with. Nice 2-man play. Cylord Pascual with the finish. 5 points for Cylord Pascual. Nice find by Christian Sala. That 2-man game working last time, and a steal on the other side. Will finish it home. Jacob Ladrona scoring his 4th point. Ladrona with a read. Balik sa 4 ang kalamangan para dito sa Perpetual Help. Drich on that drive sends it. A 3-ball by Epondolan. Couldn't hit that outside shot. Final 30 remaining dito sa ating second quarter. Saga as scoreless so far. Balik kay Pascual. 7 points for Cylord. The takeover for the Cyborg, Lord Pascual. 50-44. A steal here by Saga. Ladroma is on the left. He will finish it home. 5-point deficit to an 8-point lead in an instant. What a display of defense, energy, effort, and hustle para dito sa University of Perpetual Help System Delta. 52-44. Let's see what will happen in the second half of action dito sa Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division. As we return to the action here, JRU Bomba looking to make a run here in the third quarter as Region Epundolan still looks for his first basket dito sa ating Milcu Skills Got Sports or Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division. Baron Mercado covering the action, and I have the stats on my hands. Advantage para dito sa Perpetual Help is inside points. Make it 42 points in the paint compared to only 24 rebound stories, 25-14. Leading the way for Perpetual Help is the dynamic duo Josh Saga and Lyndon Hulip, 10 points each. Si Quijano meron siyang 8 points, and the Cyborg Zylord Pascual has 7 points in this game. For JRU, 10 points each si Bryce Mabini and Aldrich Tortogo. Kian Antonio has 9, Garcia has 6, 2 points lang si Lesane Lim Hoko. pass is a bit too far para dito sa JRU as we start our third quarter. Both teams scoring 27 points in the second quarter. Yun nga lang, nauna itong JRU scoring the first 11 and completing it in ay itong Perpetual Help as they scored the last 23 points. Tortogo has 10, will drive with a miss. Will not get that ball back. He's on the ground and now White Shirts looking to make something happen on their offensive set. Fakes that 3. Sends it out to Josh Saga. Sala. And Zylord Pascual has been playing well for them. Goes for that drive. 7 seconds remaining and now on the run. Let's see if JRU can score their first 2. Potpot Bailon has a challenge that shot but will shoot 2 free throws. Nonetheless, itong si Amiel Conde. First personal foul will be called here para kay Potpot Bailon. Amiel Conde, wala pang puntos dito. But he has 2 rebounds. Missing on the first. So both teams, or I should say itong Perpetual Help has scored the first 2 points. Meanwhile for JRU, they're still looking for that basket. Conde couldn't hit yung kanyang mga free throws. Sala was double teamed and rescuing that play was Zylord Pascual. Dribbles it off. That steal by Tortogo. Nakakuha ng buwelo. Bryce Mabini sends it on the left. And Lesane Lim Hoko will now have a chance to add more points on his name.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul for University of Perpetual. The shots for Lesane Lim Hoko.
Let's see if Lesane can add more points. He knocks down the first. 7:33 remaining. In and out, in again. Para dito kay Lesane Lim Hoko. He has 4 points in this game. Goho Cruz will be called for traveling. JRU still down by 8. Kanina lamang sila ng 5 towards the end, but that beautiful run by Zylord Pascual, Christian Sala, and Quijano helped them to push this one into an 8-point lead once again. As high as at least 10. Bryce Mabini will be at the line. Kanina nakabasa ako ng comment cheering on Bryce Mabini. Knocks down the first. That's 11 points para kay Bryce. Sabi ni Ryan Acros Gutierrez, or I should say Ryan Arcos Gutierrez, cheering for Bryce Mabini. 12 points for Bryce. Babasa 6 ang kalamangan dito ng Perpetual Altas. A steal here by Tortogo. Here's Dritch. Lesane fakes on that shot, drives, one hand floater is in for his 6th point. Mabasa 4 ang kanilang hinahabol dito. Saga has been quiet ever since that first quarter as Lim Hoko will fail to make that 2-on-1 break. Nice read by Saga. Here's Josh dropping it off to the Cyborg. Gets another opportunity is Zylord Pascual. Free throw line jumper. That is off the mark. Saga fakes. Sends it outside. Ladroma missing that 3. Waits for a teammate. Almost a steal. Merong tulak na. Naitatawag dito kay Jacob Ladroma.
Foul number 21, Jacob Ladroma, his first personal foul. Team foul number 4 for University of Perpetual, submission.
Emil Conde will take the ball out. They are trailing by 454-50. Only 2 points pa lamang ang nai-score dito ng Perpetual Help. Trapped here in the corner. They send it out to Limhoco. Goes for that step through. Lesane has now scored 8 points in this game. 4 points dito. I should say 6 dito sa ating third quarter. Baba sa 2 ang kalamangan. Here's Quijano looking to score his double digit. Off the mark, Pascual with a spin. Nice strip by Lesane. Here he is, 8 points. Goes for his double-digit performance. 8 points in this quarter. 10 overall para kay Lesane Limhoco. Tortogo, Mabini, and Limhoco now has at least 10 points each. Mabini now has been called for his 4th personal foul. Kung kailan nag-iinit na itong si Limhoco, tsaka naman natawagan ng foul itong si Mabini. Other players for them needs to step up. Kokoy Tan, if he is redeployed here, could have his moment. Hulip has 10 points. Saga also having a 10-point game. Can't force the issue. Quijano gets another rebound. Gets that put back to go. Craisius Quijano with that basket. At least a double-double game para kay Craisius. Limhoco with 8 points in the quarter. Floater. Forced the issue right there to a miss. 56-54. A 3-ball by Lizan. That is off. Conde secures another board. Drich for the finish. And he drops that ball in. Tabla tayo at 56. 12-2 quarter. Ito na naman ang JRU with a strong third quarter start. But couldn't finish that second quarter. But that pass by Saga and Hulip, that connection still online. 12 points para dito kay Hulip. Another assist drops para dito kay Saga, I should say. Sala hasn't scored yet for them. Here's Aldrich. Tortogo with a move. Has at least 14 points in my count. Tabla pa rin tayo at 58. Both teams just exchanging baskets. Hulip went for that spin but was stopped. With 3:50 to go, here is Josh Saga. Lizan all alone. That is off on that 3. Craisius Quijano. Just at the right place at the right time. No place was called for Quijano, pero was able to get this double-double performance. Hulip with a steal. Lindon wraps around and shoots that thing. That's quick 4 points para dito sa University of Perpetual Health, and another response for them after that strong run. A steal here, no choice but to foul. Itong si Tristan Guevara. Coach JD will let si Lesame Limhoco sit. Balik si Valdez. Balik si Antonio, who has 9 points off the bench. Nice tap by Kian Antonio of the steal. 11 points para dito kay Antonio. That makes it 4 players in double digits. Gab Juaneza was turned away. Valdez, Antonio, a big 3. In and out for Kian. Could have made it 14 points for him. Down by 2. Hulip again on the left side for the drive. What a play by Lyndon Hulip in this third quarter. Really answering the call. Has at least 6 points. Valdez thought about that shot. Will look to Kian Antonio, has 11 points. Jumper by Garcia was blocked. Quijano, balik kay Hulip. Big 3 by Lyndon. That is off the mark. Ball is recovered. Babalik kay Tortogo. Here's Aldrich. He'll go for this drive. Nice steal by Os Santos. Gives it to Rizal with a floater. That won't fall. Gets that rebound to go. Jump ball. Ang tawag ng ating referees, it will be on the side of JRU as we are nearing the last 2 minutes. So needing to play their defense ay itong Perpetual Help System Delta. JRU having another strong run pero nasasagot agad ng Perpetual Help. Antonio a 3. That is off the line. Hulip with the spin. Dropping a body. Goes for that kill. That won't work. Cyrus with that block. Quijano couldn't score at least his 14th point of the game. Hulip inside. Quijano will not complete that 3-point play, but he has played well. Talking about Jesus Quijano. 64-60. A high-scoring ball game as we are nearing the end of the third. Missing on the first as a Crysius has at least a double-double performance on his hand. Knocks down the second. I believe coming in for the first time for this game si Ian Molieno. Valdez stepping through. Dylan Garcia pero ng dalawang 3 points, could have make it 3. Put back won't stick. Ball was tapped. Santos gives it on the right side of that cross. It is recovered. Good defense played there para sa JRU. That's Antonio with a tap and the basket and one para kay Gab Juaneza. All resulting because of that Kian Antonio swipe. Juaneza went all the way, finishing on the left side through contact and one. Here's Gab looking to cut it to 2 points. Hits the board. So a free throw violation ang itatawag dito sa JRU. Enters the game once again a big body for Perpetual Help. That is Mateo Marquez. 65-62. Joaquino Santos with that floater and he scores his first 2 points. Getting every basket they can. Itong Perpetual Altas. Antonio has 11 points. Valdez balik kay Antonio all the way to shoot. That is off the mark. Now another run for Perpetual. Breaking free. Stepping through. Pot Bailon. Bumusina pa for that basket. 6-9, 6-2. A 7-point lead. Turnover para dito sa JRU. Masyadong malayo yung pasa ni Valdez. Antonio takes that ball away as that tap by Hulip. Balik ang bola sa JRU. Can both teams looking to sneak in to the final four of this competition. Garcia straight away. Good! That's 3 3-pointers para kay Dylan Garcia. Joaquino Santos with 10 seconds to go. Bailon has scored the last points. Bigay dito kay Mateo Marquez. A steal by Antonio. 2 seconds to go for the buzzer. What a quarter for Kian Antonio, beating that buzzer for that 3. 14 points for Kian Antonio. That's back-to-back makes for JRU. 6-9, 6-8. End of the third quarter. We'll be right back. Kian Antonio and JRU Bomba only down by 1 after that back-to-back makes by Dylan Garcia. At saka itong si Kian Antonio to beat the buzzer. We start the fourth quarter. 1 point lead for Perpetual Altas. Baron Mercado covering the action. Nice response by Potpot Bailon. He has at least 9 points in my count. Amiel for that tough drive. Couldn't score his first 2 points. Bailon gives it to Joaquino Santos. Naka-score ng floater kanina. Another 3 by Potpot Bailon. As Zylord Pascual, the cyborg, has entered the game for this Perpetual Help squad. That was a better quarter for JRU. Ending the quarter, I should say, with a 2 3-point shots. Bryce Mabini has at least 12 points. 4 personal fouls for him. Nice steal by Conde from behind. And a tap, a steal ang itatawag dito kay Hulip. (72-70) ang ating score. Mabini for that drive. Couldn't convert that end one. Pero merong foul na itatawag. I believe it will be on Panganiban.
On the bell, number 30, Panganiban is second personal foul. Second team foul. Defense for Bryce Mabini.
JRU scored 24 points in the third quarter. Meanwhile, only 17 para dito sa kampo ng Perpetual Altas. So medyo nabawi nila yung counter run na ginawa ng Perpetual. As this lead here, only a 1-point lead. Panganiban nakawala. Balik sa 3 ang kalamangan. With 8 minutes 30 to go. Stepping through, Mabini for 3. Good! Not going out without a fight. Itong si Bryce Mabini has scored at least 6 points in this quarter already. Bailon started the fourth quarter with a 3-pointer. Balik dito kay Lindon. Masyadong malakas yung kanyang 3-point attempt. Here's Dritch Tortogo. Stolen by Hulip. Lindon on the break. Gives it to Os Santos for the finish. That was a 3-on-1 opportunity. Pinasa kay Os Santos for his 4th point of the game. 76-74. Here's Mabini. Tortogo will be fouled by Bailon, who's playing well today. Saga coming in, as well as Gracious Quijano. So Coach Clifford Topacio now bringing the big guns. As speaking of big guns, off the mark on that 3, itong si Tortogo. Gensaga, di pa nakakapuntos. Bailon for 2 threes. Cyborg attempting to get another possession for them. Traveling ang tatawag doon. Having a struggle of a game itong si Ray John Epundolan. But the trust of Coach JD to put him on the court means he has something to give for his team. Let's see if he can make it up. Pascual once again, this time guarded by Epundolan. Pascual will give it to Sala, the 2-man game that we saw earlier. Saga with a fake. Balik dito kay Potpot. Bailon. Lucky opportunity. Off that tap na. Paunta pa rin kay Potpot Bailon. 78-74. 3. That is off the mark para dito kay Conde. Pascual secures that rebound. Balik dito kay Josh Saga. Has at least 10 points. Bailon taking over in the second half. Josh sends it in the middle once again. 8 seconds to go. Saga for 3. Couldn't hit that one. Tortogo receives that ball tap. Guarded here by Christian Sala. Dretch Tortogo. Traveling call. 78-74. Papalapit na tayo sa halfway point ng ating third or fourth game, I should say, final quarter on its way here. 78-74. We'll be right back. Four-point advantage para dito sa University of Perpetual Help System. Dalta Junior Altas. JRU Bomba looking to inch closer once again. Kian Antonio has been a spark off the bench for this Junior Bomba squad, and they get a steal of that lazy pass. Merong foul na itatawag as Juaneza will be back at the line.
That's his second personal foul. 14 foul for University of Perpetual. Two shots for
Gabuaneza looking to cut the lead here to 2 points. Misses on the first. As you see on the left side of the screen, San Beda Alabang will play UST Tiger Cubs for our main game of today. Juaneza misses both. Craisius Quijano gets another rebound. Saga full of steam. Bailon has hit a three-pointer earlier. Saga is open. Josh on that closeout. Merong foul na itatawag kay Juaneza. 3 fouls on Juaneza. 5:35 remaining. Pascual with a finish. The Cyborg has scored his first 2 points here. It's 80-74. Looking to get the steal. 8-second call. Natrap itong si Dretch Tortogo. Looking to increase this lead back to 8 points. Josh Pot for 3. That is too strong. Lesame Limhoko, who's the star of the third quarter, has 8 points on that period. Will give it to Aldrich. Kian for his 14th point. Won't fall. Craisius Quijano with another board. A double-double performance for Craisius Quijano. Saga set the tone here for his squad. Balik kay Bailon. Sala from the corner. That is off. Limhoko will be tripped by Saga. So penalty situation for Perpetual Help here. One team foul pa lamang for JRU. Lesane needs to be insane in this game the remaining way for them to have at least a better shot of this game, as he makes His first free throw has 11 points. Itong si Lesane Limhoko. One out of two. Craisius gets the rebound. And Waneza was called for another foul. I believe that's 4.
That's his fourth personal foul. Second team foul for GRU.
4 fouls para dito kay Gab Waneza. He's been playing solid for JRU. Nice pass by Saga. Craisius with that. Just easy 2. Just receiving those drop passes. Itong si Craisius. Nice steal. Pascual has that leather. Balik dito kay Saga. 7-point lead. Pot for 3. Kaboom! 2 3-pointers para dito kay Pot Bailon. Dito sa ating fourth quarter. Let's see if that would be enough. And a steal. Pot all the way for 2. 8 points for Pot Bailon in the fourth. Tortogo with a miss. Rebound by Pascual. Balik dito kay Christian Sala. Couldn't hit that layup. Bailon couldn't get his 10th point of the quarter. 3 minutes 20 to go. Still a lot of time. Drich kisses it off the glass. Force that turnover. 10 ang hinahabol dito ng JRU. Can they have one last run? Saga has been quiet on the offensive end after scoring 10 points in the first quarter, pero nakakarami ng assist. Itong si Saga. Saito has entered the game. Upo muna, I believe, itong si Potpot, who has 8 points in this fourth quarter. 2 3-point bombs. Lesane for 3. That is in. Kisses it off the glass. That is a big 3-pointer by Limhoko. Couldn't get that roll to go. Itong si Hulip. And now on the run once again. Aldrich. Tortogo. Tough angle. Dylan Garcia will shoot 2 free throws of that follow-up attempt. A must-make free throws for Dylan Garcia. Swishes in the first one. Garcia has at least 10 points in my count. Tatlong 3-pointers on his name. Dylan will knock down both. So it's a 5-point lead here for the Altas. Junior Altas looking to keep this bomba squad away. Craisius will not make that basket, pero tatawagan ng foul itong si Kian Antonio.
His first personal foul. 13 out for DRU. The shots were Craisius Quijano.
Gets that free throw back. Itong si Craisius Quijano. One more time. Knocks both free throws down. Naibawi talaga ni Craisius Quijano yung free throws kanina ni Dylan Garcia. Emil Conde has been redeployed back as we are 2 minutes and 24 remaining. The Cyborg gets that steal and the basket. Cylord, the Cyborg Pascual, gets another energy play to go. Conde, one-hander, too strong. Saga will pump off the brakes as we are in to the last 2 minutes of this game. What a move by Josh Saga. Just couldn't buy that basket. Limhoko on his strong side. Pascual with a tap. It is recovered by Antonio. Looks to attack once again. Kian. Too strong. No one boxing out on that last play. Pascual gets that rebound. Love the energy of the Cyborg in this fourth quarter. Saga, balik dito kay Pascual. Nice stop from behind. Valdez looking to beat the defense. Nice block by Josh. Valdez gives it to Limhoco. A minute 20 remaining. 3-possession ball game. They need to convert on this next opportunity para mas malapit yung kanilang margin. Almost a steal. Antonio with 6 to go. Kian for the attack. Sends it out to Lesane. Limhoco for that drive. Won't fall. Ball is tapped. Won't be able to rescue itong si Lesane. Perpetual help. Altas was able to make that stop. 63 seconds remaining. Let's see what will happen in the final moments. Lamang ng siyam ang Perpetual help system. Altas. Kian Antonio who made that steal and that basket can't complete the first one. '84 to 61, 84 to 91, I should say. Less than 60 seconds, 6-point lead. Another inbound problem here for Perpetual Altas. Lyndon Hulip breaks free for that deuce. Balik sa 8 ang hahabulin dito ng JRU. Antonio guarded here by 2 defenders. Here's Valdez for that attack. Valdez puts one off. Follow-up is in by Valdez. 39 seconds remaining. Almost a steal. 35 seconds to go. Ooh, a turnover on the other side. JRU can have an opportunity here to cut this lead. 34.5 seconds remaining. We have a timeout. Bola ng JRU Bomba. 87-93, a 6-point lead. Lesane, a miscommunication on that last play. Potpot Bailon was instructed to hold the ball on the other side. Antonio will be called for that foul, and I believe a miscommunication was made on that last play. That ball was supposed to go in the corner. Kaya nagulat si Lesane Limhoco. Bakit sa kanya napunta yung possession? 26.5 seconds remaining. We have a timeout call perhaps for the last time in this game. (93-87), a 6-second differential between the shot and the game clock. Limhoco will foul itong si Hulip. He was the one who scored on that breakaway. Talking about Lyndon Hulip. He has at least 16 points in my count. Will be at the line. Makes the first one. Him tsaka itong si Josh Saga set up the tone for this Perpetual Alta squad, and now has made both free throws. Craisius Quijano having a good game. The Cyborg, Silord Pascual, ang ganda rin ng performance. Potpot Bailon has come up for them big. Cortez will be fouled shooting a 3. So with 16.5 remaining, needing to hit this 3. Here's Jam Cortez. Masyadong malakas yung kanyang unang free throw. Next in line, San Beda Alabang taking on UST Tiger Cubs. Misses all free throws. Turns around. Valdez will complete that basket and one. Tignan natin kung mababawi ni Valdez yung tatlong mintes ni Cortez kanina. But if Cortez has made or have made 2 out of those 3, mas didikit tayo dito after that Valdez putback. AJ at the line. Will sink the second. 5-point lead. Trapped in that corner, looking to make a steal. Saga looking to run away with this. No fouls is called, and I believe that will be it. What a victory para dito sa Perpetual Help after that close encounter against San Beda Alabang, getting their first win in this tournament. I believe is this University of Perpetual Help system, Delta Junior Altas. Another high-scoring ball game, 95-90 is our score. A lot of heroes for this Alta squad. Again, you can give this a best player kay Lyndon Hulip, kay Craisius Quijano, Zylord Pascual, Potpot Bailon, but I think we have our best player of the game. As I look on my right, there he is, our best player of the game. Josh Saga, 10 points, 13 rebounds for the guard, 4 assists and 6 steals. Impressive victory. All smiles for Josh na ibawi na nila yung kanilang pagkatalo against San Beda Alabang, and they will take on the undefeated UST Tiger Cubs. Final game of this game day for the day. Magbabalik tayo sa Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division.